Hey guys, I'm so happy that you liked my exercise teaser video. I wanted to see if it was something you guys would want to see, and the response was awesome. So in this video, I'm going to show you a typical workout I would do. So 3 opening stretches, a cycle, a circuit of 3 exercises I do 3 times, and then my 3 cool down stretches. So I'm still getting back in shape after having my baby. So this is a good workout for me right now while I'm still building up my stamina. So let's do it. I don't have workout equipment where I am right now. So we are using water bottles. I happen to have 2 different sizes, which is great. So I can do 2 different exercises with them. Whatever you guys have that you're comfortable using, use it. I mean, maybe it's like a bottle of olive oil or something. Towel, ski pole. I'm not really a skier, I'm more of a snowboarder, but doesn't mean we can't work out with it. Let's start with our warm-up. So these are these stretches that I love, those active stretches. We'll do 13 on each side. And you really want to flex your quads and engage your muscles so you feel this stretch in your hip flexor, and really put your arms back while you're like using your muscles so that you get that stretch. It's like you're resisting and stretching at the same time. Core is in. And there's a lot of flies, so as I'm doing this, it's like I'm Miyagi swatting them away. So we do the lunge. Then these are for the hamstrings. Again, engage your core. And every time I push back, I'm like flexing my quads and like really planting my feet and pressing against the back of my head. Remember to keep your core engaged and keep good form. People tend to get hurt when they get a little lazy and let their form go out. You really want to try to keep that in because it also protects you. You know, it's safe. So 13 of these as well. Make sure to breathe. And then the third part of our warm-up circuit is that pigeon that I showed you guys. I always do 13, that's just a number I go to. Make sure you breathe. So remember, when you're pulling this in, you really want to be controlling your body. I feel like a lot of times when people think of stretching, they just think of like kicking their leg up on a table and like doing a hamstring stretch. I get it, but what makes the stretch so much deeper is if you also like flex your muscles. There's been a lot of science around this, especially in the last couple of years. Just feel it with your body. Try kicking your leg up on a table and do a hamstring stretch. Then do the same thing, but engage your quad while you're stretching. It's crazy. Makes a big difference. As I'm doing this pigeon stretch, I almost like, once I pull it up, I like roll my shoulders back and down. And that's something that helps for some reason. So you want to do 3 sets of those 3 exercises. That was 1, I'm going to do 2 more. Okay. That's a warm-up. I'm sweating. Feels good though. Now, let's get set up to do our workout. So for our workout, we're gonna do 3 exercises 3 times in a row, and then we're gonna do that circuit 3 times. So we're gonna start with those plyos that I talked about in the last video, which is you shoot up like a piston and alternate. Goes right into your glutes. Okay, so we're gonna do 13 of all of these 3 times in a row. An easier version of that doesn't have that added jump, you can totally just do that. And that is still just as efficient. I just like the kind of energized version, but they're both great. I wish I could count those 3 that I just did, but I'm not going to. Okay, great. So next, we're gonna do a pull back. Really great for these muscles here, smoothing this whole part out. Okay, so you're gonna get on your bench, get a good grip on the edge, okay? Make sure you're totally secure. And then you're just gonna row back and hold it. And you really want to put your intention in the muscle you're trying to work. Switch to the other side. We got this. Man, I used to be so in shape, it's crazy. It's just like, you know, because I lost my second pregnancy, which I actually wrote about in my book, the third one, I really couldn't be active at all because we didn't know why we lost the second pregnancy. So the third time, my husband and I, my doctor, they were just like, you need to just chill out. So I really couldn't work out that much at all. I did walk, but I wasn't like really physical. So I'm really having to build up my stamina. All worth it, but you know, it's crazy. Okay, here we go. Okay, get stable. Grab the end, or if it's just flat, that's fine too. I like to kind of grab onto something. I know there's like bears in this area. I actually saw one the other day. So I'm like, hey bear, let me know if you see one coming up behind me, all right? Back straight. Core in. Pull up, hold it, put your intention in the muscle you want to work. Make sure not to hike your shoulder. You want to have it down and really controlled. As soon as I put my mind on the muscle that I want to work and I really think about that muscle being worked, it feels totally different. Great. Our third exercise, ski pole, water bottle. You could totally use this one too, but because I'm going to be doing a shoulder press, this shape's just a little hard for me. So it's also a little too heavy. So this is a reverse lunge with a shoulder press. So check it out because this thing's awesome. I love any kind of exercises where you can incorporate a couple of muscles into it, muscle groups into it. Anything that's basically makes things time efficient, I'm all about. This is a great example of that. So this is for balance. Reverse lunge, shoulder press. Core in, stand up straight. You do not have to do the toe pick, but it's just something I do. I don't know why. Years of dancing, maybe. So remember, 13 of all of these. It also helps if you find a focal point. Again, really important to keep your form, because people tend to get hurt when their form goes out. Once again, on this side, 13, and then we'll do the circuit 2 more times. Okay, great. That is our whole circuit. So we're going to do that again 2 more times. Okay, so the stretch circuit, I do 3 stretches 3 times in a row. So find your balance, put your leg up if you need to lean down to really get situated, do that. Try to have your back foot straight. You really want to flex your quads, flex your foot, and try to press your ankle down onto the table or the chair, whatever you're using. Really flex this quad. It goes right to your hamstring. Engage your core and lean forward slightly. Try to hold it there for 10 seconds. Sometimes stretching can be harder than actually working out. The other thing I like about the kind of stretching where there's also resistance is that it protects the muscle that you're stretching. Great. Now when you're ready, let's do the other side. Okay, make sure everything's all situated before you. Okay, great. Flex your quads. Foot straight. Flex your foot. Try to push into whatever you're balancing on. Engage this quad and you feel the stretch. Core, and then slightly lean forward. Goes right in your hamstring. I love this stretch. The other thing too is I have some lower back problems because of, carrying my babies. Again, all worth it. But a lot of times I found out with all the different therapists that I've gone to and, just studying about physiology on my own, a lot of times my back hurts because my hamstrings are tight. So that's why I always do a hamstring stretch. And then when I finish my hamstring stretch, I go right into a stretch like this where this is for my back. So everything's engaged. Engage my arms. I'm just gonna tuck this in. Stretch my arms out, engage them. And I press down. I press down with the outside of my hand onto the table, or in my case, the back of a chair. I arch my back, is I engage my quads and my hamstrings. It goes into my hamstrings as well as stretches right here, which I really need. And you'll feel it. You can kind of move around until you feel it go down the sides of your back, which I love. And in the center of your back too. Oh, I love this stretch. Again, keep everything engaged. So I'll do that. And then I do my stretch for my hip flexors. And then I do it 3 times in a row. Just like the standing pigeon, this is one I just do on the floor now. So you get into the same pigeon. So with this, I press on my hands, flex your quad, try to press the top of your foot down, and you'll feel it go right in here. Push down in your palms, core in, and like push up and engage your core, and you feel it go right in. Flex that quad and push the top of this foot down as much as you can. And, you know, tighten your butt too. As soon as you engage your quads and tighten this whole back leg, it goes right into your hip flexor, which is great. Okay, now let's do the other side. And the stretches I hold for like 10 seconds. Engage your quad, tighten your butt, push down in your palms and the top of this foot. Remember to breathe. And then these 3 stretches I do 3 times, and that's my workout. I hope you guys like this video. Subscribe to my channel and turn on notifications so you know when I put up another one. And let me know if you guys want to see another video like this. I love sharing this stuff with you guys. And stay safe out there, and I'll see you next time.